So, good day. I am Rainier Didalia from BSCC 3A. So, I'm here to discuss the Lab 2 or Lab Exercise 4 with the name of Chirps and Beats using MATLAB. So, first, for 4.1 bit notes, meron binigay na cosine function or cosine waveform. So in this part, we will compute the samples of such signals and listen to the result. So here, ito yung mga binigay na parameters, which is gumamit tayo ng function because gagamitin natin yung bit.m natin. Ito yung mga parameters. Meron tayong sa function na to, meron tayong waveform, which is yung output natin. Ito, meron tayong time vector. At ito naman, yung bit, meaning, yung bit na to is same ng file name. So, mamaya i-type natin sa command window yung bit.m natin. So, ito yung A natin, tsaka B, which is yung amplitude A natin, amplitude B. Yung FC natin, ito yung central frequency or center frequency. Yung def naman, ito yung frequency difference or delta frequency. F-sum naman, ito yung sampling rate natin, which is lagi natin nalagay sa 11,025. At meron tayong duration. Which equivalent to seconds. So ito, F1 is equals to Fc minus delf. F2 is equals to Fc plus delf. Ito, yung other parameters. Ito yung TS natin or yung sampling period na 1 over F-sum. Time vector natin. Ito yung YY natin. Ito, yung wave natin na to, ito yung ginamit nating cosine waveform function na gagaya nito, nasa 4.1 bit notes. So, sabi, include copy of M file in your lab report. You might want to call this function written in lab 2 to do the calculation, etc. So, let's go with letter B. Sabi dito, to assist you in your experiments with bitnotes, a tool called Bitcon has been created. So, Bitcon. Let's type Bitcon. And it will show the GUI of the Bitcon troll. So, yan ang itsura ng Bitcon natin. Meron tayong central frequency, meron tayong delf, or yung frequency difference, meron tayong duration, amplitude A and B, at meron tayong sampling rate. Ito yung display niya ng waveforms. So, is able to call your function bit.m. So, pwede rin tayong gumamit ng actually, pwede tayong hindi gumamit ng Bitcon. Pwede natin gamitin yung bit.m which ito yung nire-represent niya yung function na to. Yung function, okay, yun. So, sabi, mag-test na tayo ng M-file written in part A. Gumamit muna tayo ng Bitcon. So, we use Bitcon. So, sabi dito, we have an amplitude A of 10, amplitude A of 10 with amplitude B of 10. FC natin is 1000. Ito yung central frequency natin. Ang delf natin is 10. And we have the sampling rate of 11,025. At duration natin is 1 second. Sabi dito na plot the first 0.2 seconds of the resulting signal. Describe the waveform and explain its properties. Hand in copy your plot with measurements of the period of the envelope. Kukunin natin yung period ng envelope at saka period ng high frequency natin, which is the FC, signal underneath the envelope. So, first, let us play muna First, let us play the sound. So, yun ang sound niya. So, sabi, kunin natin yung period ng envelope at period ng high frequency natin. So, ano tayo dito? Yan ang given parameters natin. Amplitude A, amplitude B, 10. FC is 1000 Hz. Delf is 10 Hz. Ngayon, nakuha natin yung F1 tsaka F2 natin kasi ang formula lang yan para makuha natin yung F1 and F2 natin is yung kung gusto natin kunin F1, bale, we need to use the FC and the Delf. Meaning, ang formula niyan is 1000 Hz. Kunin natin, minus lang natin dun sa 10 Hz natin na Delf. And makukuha natin yung 990 Hz. And for the other one, para makuha natin frequency 2, 1000 plus 10, which is equivalent to 1010 Hz. So yun, we use this identity xt equals to 20 cosine 2 pi 10t. Yung 10 na yan is yun yung ano natin, Delf natin. Cosine 2 pi 1000t, which is our FC. Etong cosine waveform na to or output na to is the same lang dito. Same lang siya. Ginawa lang siyang multiplication identity. So, yan. Kunin natin yung period of F envelope and period ng FC natin. Now, we have the envelope of 10 Hz, carrier high frequency of 1000 Hz or central frequency. So, for A, period of F envelope, gagamitin natin yung formula period, which is T ENV envelope is equals to 1 over F ENV. Calculate natin. So, yung F ENV na yan, pwede natin gamitin yung 1 over 10 Hz. Or pwede din natin gamitin yung 1 over absolute value of F1 natin, ma-minus natin sa 1000 Hz. F2 natin. So, let's go. Kung gusto natin makita ito, yung 1 over F ENV muna. 1 over yung 10 Hz natin is equals to 0.1. Or, napaka-close niya, sobrang liit ang discrepancy, which is 0.05 yung isa. Kunin naman natin yung isa, which is 1 absolute value of 990 minus 1000 ay 1010, which is equivalent to 0.05 seconds. So, yan yung period of envelope natin. Ngayon, kunin natin si period of high frequency, which is also TFC is equals to 1 over FC. So, 1 over 1000 is equals to yan, 0.001 seconds. So, nang mas makita natin ito, we use here sa bit control natin yan, yung plot time natin gawin nating mas mababa. Yan, sabi dito, plot the first 0.2 seconds. So, we start at 0.2 seconds na din. Ito si 0.2 seconds, ito yung 0.25. Ito yung envelope niya. Ito, at saka ito. Tapos, sabi, hanapin natin yung period of envelope natin, which is from 0.2 to 0.25. Ngayon, pag minus natin si 0.25 kay 0.2, 0.25 minus 0.2 is also equals to 0.005 seconds. So tama ang ano natin, period of envelope natin. Ngayon, si period naman ng high frequency. Bale, ito yung period ng ano natin, high envelope. Yan. So, si ano naman, frequency, period of high frequency, which is 1 over fc na nag-equal to 0.001 seconds or 1 milliseconds. Kung makikita nyo, lita natin yung plot time. Ito, yung mga high frequency natin. Yan, yung maliliit na yan. Meaning, tama din ang ating period of fc kasi ganyan kaliliit, which is 0.001 seconds or 1 milliseconds. Kaya napakadami ng high frequency natin. Yung ganyang rapid time ng waveform niya. So, yon. So, sa letter C, optional naman, pero mag-experiment tayo for different values of the frequency difference. Listen to the sounds. Okay? So, ito, gawin natin to. Gamitin natin yung bit function natin, bit.m. So, gamit tayo na ito. So, kapag ganito lang, ito lang yung ginamit natin na cosine wave function na formula. 10, amplitude 10 is A, amplitude B is 10, 1000 of FC, 10 of delf, 11,025 na f-sum, and duration natin of 1 second. So, same siya sa kaninang tunog ng ano. So, ngayon, gamitin naman natin itong pangalawang ano natin. Bale, kung mapapansin nyo, sa ginamit natin itong yan, yung ginamit nating waveform function na yan is nagbabago dyan is yung amplitude modulation. As you can see here from Bitcon, which is the same lang sila. Yan. Ang nagbabago yung amplitude. Ayan o, kung ganun tumataas yung amplitude, bumababa amplitude. Yan, kasi dahil dalawa yung amplitude na binigay sa atin, which is amplitude A and amplitude B. Kaya nagbabago amplitude, kaya amplitude modulation siya. So here, so nagawa natin yan, and let's try this wave. So bit 10, 10, 1000, 10, and 11,025, and 1. So, yon, narinig nyo yung pagka-increase ng sound niya. Bali, nag-increase yung frequency. And let's try this. But when we're trying this, yan, gamitin natin din yung mga yan. Copy lang natin, paste lang natin dito. Mas humina lang yung ano niya, pitch niya kumpara dito. Mas parang meron siyang fade in or fade out, ganon. So yun lang naman na sinabi sa 4.1. So let's go to 4.2, which is more on spectrograms. Ito yung 4.2 natin. So here, there's a fundamental trade-off between knowing the frequencies present in spectrum. Okay, as mentioned previously, spectrogram estimates the frequency content over short sections. Ngayon, pag ang section length natin is very short, we can track rapid changes in frequency. However, shorter sections lack the ability to do accurate frequency measurement because the amount of input data is limited. On the other hand, mga sa long sections naman, nagbibigay siya ng excellent frequency measurements. Pero it fails to track the frequency changes well. Yan. So here, when A is equals to B, the bit signals can be expressed as ito. Ito yung cosine function na ginamit. So let's go with A. Create and plot the bit signal with 32 Hz with the parameters of 32 Hz. We have the delta of 32 Hz. The duration natin is 0.26 duration. Fs natin, ito 11,025. Ito yung duration natin. Ito yung delta natin. At meron tayong Fc na 2,000 Hz. At ito yung time vector natin at sampling period na ginamit natin. Laging di mawawala yan. Kasi part yan ng ano natin. Ng function natin. So ito yung ginamit nating cosine waveform function, which is ito. So here, magpa-plot tayo. Tatlo to, sunod-sunod na to. Figure natin yung plot. May spectrogram na isa na ang gamit niya dito sa letter B is length ng 2048 point window. While the other one is we use 16 window length of 16 point window. So let's run the code. So first, ito yung ano niya. Ito yung plot niya. Makikita nyo, 1 yung amplitude natin. Since wala tayong nilagay na value dito, 1 talaga siya, which mean imaginary 1 sa katabi ng cosine. 1 yung amplitude natin. Yun. So, punta tayo sa letter B. Tanong dito, ayan, meron tayong spectrogram of X is 2048, yung window length na ginamit natin. Yan, F-sum. And color map of 1 minus gray to 56. 1 gray to 56. As you can see here, sa figure 2 natin, or ito, figure 3 na lang pala, yung unang spectrogram na may ginamit natin na 2048 window length is i-zoom natin. Nakikita natin yung dalawang distinct frequency components, which is we have an FC of 2000 Hz and 32 Hz of delta. Ngayon, i-calculate natin. We have 2000 minus 32, 1968 kilohertz. 1968 Hz pala. So ito, between siya dito, 1968 Hz. Ito yung unang frequency, while the other one plus 32, ito yung 2032 Hz. Meaning, nakikita natin yung frequency, dalawang distinct frequency niya, pero ang time variation niya is not much visible. Kasi yung window length natin is high. Mataas ang window length na ginamit natin. While sa letter C naman, so you can see here, napaka-blurred ng itsura ng frequency niya. Hindi masyadong makita yung dalawang distinct frequency components niya. Pero yung time variation natin is much more visible. So meaning, pinagkaiba lang nito, ng letter B and C natin sa 4.2 is that when we use long window or long section window of 2048 window length, mas nakikita natin yung frequency, dalawang frequency distinct components, pero yung time variation is na hindi masyadong visible. And sa letter C, gumamit tayo ng 16 lang, 16 window length, which is mas mababa kumpara sa 2048. Hindi masyadong nakikita yung dalawang frequency components, pero mas visible yung time variation niya. So let's go sa 4.3, spectrogram of a chirp. Sabi dito, gumamit tayo ng myChirp function. So meron din ako dito. Ito yung myChirp function natin, at ito yung isa. To synthesize a chirp signal for your lab report, use the following parameters. Okay, meron tayong parameters ng duration natin is 3 seconds. Ito, with the conversion rate of 11,025 Hertz. Okay, at the instantaneous frequency starts from 5,000 Hertz and ends with 300 Hertz. So ito yung starting frequency natin, at ito yung ending frequency natin, which is 300 Hertz. Ngayon, maglagay din daw tayo ng spectrogram for this chirp signal, which is here, and i-run natin. Tanggalin muna natin yan, na-detect na yon. So yan. So ito yung plot nya. Kung makikita nyo, yung plot nya is, nakita nyo yung diagonal pababa, which is downward na frequency. Yan. Over time, over duration of time. Meaning, totoo yung starting frequency natin at ending frequency natin, which is from 5,000 Hertz, ito, 5,000 Hertz, bumaba siya ng 300 Hertz, which is here. So, kaya, kung narinig nyo yung sound kanina, ito, nag-chirp down siya. It chirps down. Ngayon, try natin gamitin yung mychirp.m natin, yung mychirp function. Ito, I'll type it, mychirp. So ang parameters natin is meron tayong 5,000 Hertz na nag-reduce to 300 Hertz. Okay, tama lang. And meron tayong duration ng 3 seconds. Ngayon, let's enter it. So basically, they are the same. Yung kanina, nirun lang natin, while here, tinype natin sa command window yung mychirp, we'd have the file name of mychirp.m. So yun, na bali ang nakita natin sa nakita natin sa graph nun ng spectrogram is that nag-decrease yung sound, yung chirp, nag-decrease yung sound kasi we have two frequencies from starting frequency to ending frequency. Kaya yung spectrogram natin is diagonal downward. So, punta tayo sa chirp puzzle 4.4, which is here. So, meron tayong total duration of 3 seconds. Meron tayong first frequency or starting frequency natin is 3,000. Ending frequency natin is negative 2,000. Which is a negative frequency. So yan, may chirp FO, FE, and duration. Spectrogram din tayo na ginamit. So let's run this file. Kung makikita nyo sa figure na to, yung graph na to ng spectrogram, nakita natin na nagsimula from 3,000 Hz itong frequency, ito, bumaba siya, nag-decrease siya downward. Now, nag-pass siya ng 0 Hz, ngayon, dahil ang ending frequency na is negative 2,000 Hz, tumaas siya. Bale, tanong dito is that, does the chirp down, chirp up, or both? So basically, it chirp up and it chirp down. So basically, it's both. But it starts from it starts from chirp down pala, chirp down to chirp up. Nag-start pala from chirp down to chirp up. Yun yung nangyari. So basically, because negative frequency components, bale nag-start siya from 3,000 Hz at pass at 0 Hz to negative 2,000 Hz because negative frequency components of a real signal corresponds to positive frequencies in magnitude. So that's why it shows this V-shape spectrogram. In other words, the changing instantaneous frequency implies that the frequency components in the spectrum are moving. So yan. So that's it for this lab exercise for lab 2. And thank you for listening.